Should Major League Baseball games be shortened? An ESPN insider report with ESPN's Buster Olney, he put this out. Here are a few quotes from his report. One, I believe it's an executive in Major League Baseball, chimed in as well. So here we go. The games are often played too slowly, he noted. The audience of Major League Baseball is aging, very true, with polls indicating that the youngest generation expects faster and fastest in what it consumes. At the same time, the exec said teams are struggling to find enough good pitching, and at the same time, the number of injuries is skyrocketing. If oblique strains were the prevalent injury 2 years ago, ulnar collateral ligament strains are the ailment du jour. Top prospect Jameson Taillon of the Pirates is the latest pitcher to be headed for Tommy John surgery. Maybe he'll bump into Bobby Parnell along the way. Nice stuff. So how to shorten games exactly? Enforce the 12-second rule that umpires are supposed to enforce in between pitches. A pitcher has 12 seconds. A few of the others. Batters calling for time, limit it as much as possible. A catcher visiting the mound, I mean, that could obviously be shortened. They're pretty short, but the frequency in which they do it, thank you, yes, certainly that could be limited. And managers stalling while relievers are throwing warm-ups is another one. Jay, do you agree or disagree? Games should be shortened maybe to 7 innings instead of 9.
No, 9 is fine. I mean, there's a lot that goes on at the end of the game. And then it has to be one of those, fatigue has to end up factoring into every sport, you know? So
fatigue, it's baseball.
But yeah, that's the thing. You get tired. Pitchers get tired, and then you have to plan
Pitchers
differently.
Get tired, yes.
Yeah,
Pitchers
you have to plan differently.
That's
yeah, and also the number of at bats you get. All these things, it changes, and you end up seeing different pitches when you do make your changes. So I think it helps. A big part of so many games is the end of the game. Who has the endurance? Who has the right plan? Who's done it correctly? If you do it that short, it eliminates a huge section of the game. Now, if people are worried about how long things are, what's long is the season. Each game is long, but I just don't hear it as much. Maybe it's just because I'm in the wrong circles. I consistently hear, oh, NBA, 82 games. Oh, they should shorten that to 15. Fuck the NBA. I'm like, calm down, you know?
Yeah, but you remember the lockout season, NBA and NHL, it was great.
But they were extremely tired. It was back-to-back nights. That's an intense game to play that frequent. So, I mean, that was tough, and that's when injuries go up.
True, but it made the competition that much better because if you go on like a 3-game losing streak, 4-game losing streak, man, you better turn that around quick or you're done. Yeah. That's what made it intense, in my opinion.
Time to do it. Now, I get it. If, say, they shorten the season, but it still stretches the same amount of time, then maybe you have more time between games, but that sucks. Then you have to wait for more games to come on. You have blank nights. But what?
So shorten the season.
The MLB is 162? I keep forgetting because it sounds ridiculous. It's just an odd number. 82 is also an odd number. Not by numbers.
What do you want
not by numbers. Of course, that's an even number. But anyway,
shorten to like 122 or something. I mean, what?
I don't know. That's one of those things that have to have some kind of full thought process too. But the fact that baseball starts when it's warm, it's starting to get warm, and ends when it's starting to get cold. We've stretched 3 of the 4 seasons for 1 season of baseball. It's a little long.
Here's the other thing from the Wall Street Journal that I found incredibly interesting about an actual baseball game. In a 3-hour game, how much action do you think actually takes place? Rough guess.
Like a percentage of the 3 hours?
Yeah, well, no. You saw it already, didn't you?
No. Yeah.
Yes, you did. 17 minutes and 58 seconds in a 3-hour game. The almost 18-minute average included balls in play, runner advancement attempts on stolen bases, wild pitches, balls, strikes, fouls, and balls into play, trotting batters on home runs, walks, and HBPs, pickoff throws, and even 1 fake pickoff throw. This may be generous.
All that stuff is included in this 18 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
This may be generous. If we'd cut the action definition down to just the time when everyone on the field is running around looking for something to do, balls in play and runner advancement attempts, we'd be down to 5:47. Oof. Average time between batters, 33 minutes and 39 seconds. They sampled 3 games. One was actually like a 14-9 game. The others were like 3-2 and 5-1. Average time between batters, 33-39. Time between innings, 42 minutes and 41 seconds. Time between pitches, 1 hour, 14 minutes, 49 seconds. There's where the problem lies.
The 12-second rule.
Yeah, the 12-second rule.
Exactly. And also, yeah, there's
too much downtime.
I was thinking the main time is between innings because there's the warm-up session again. There's maybe even a new pitcher comes out. He has, they give them all the time in the world, and I don't know. I don't see how having these games being long leads to injuries the way the article first told. That's
Yeah,
what
I don't know about that
I'm looking for
either.
that connection.
I agree with that. I circled that when I was reading it. Like,
I would
that
think
kind
if
of
it's
doesn't
rushed
make
is
sense.
when you maybe get some more injuries.
Maybe, or you don't stretch properly. I mean, there's so many variables that go into that. But I mean, like, the evidence is there. By the way, NFL games in 2010, the most amount of action, what was it, 10 minutes? 11 minutes. 11 minutes. So I personally thought that it would be about 30, because you could watch, if you have like the NFL pack, you pay like extra for it, you watch the game the next day, it takes like a half hour instead of 3 hours. But I agree with everything that they're saying. I don't know about shortening the games to 7 innings. Shorten the season, yes, absolutely, that should be unanimous.
And let more teams
But just find, like, we're in this age where everything is so instant. And then you take a game like baseball that is so slow, and it drags on forever, and you're waiting for something to happen, and guys are scratching their nuts in the outfield and picking their nose, flicking their boogers, and talking to hot female fans in the stands. Like, we could limit the time on that immensely, and they should.
But you know what? It's just one of the games. I mean, golf takes forever too, because they got to walk.
Oh, golf, you got to be
their
so
ass
patient.
all over this whole course.
That's why I usually watch on like the last 2 days, mainly just the Sunday.
But no one's complaining. Maybe people are complaining about it, but these are casual fans, or maybe no fans that are complaining about golf. They're like, oh, golf, fucking boring, but they don't watch it, you know. And baseball.
Well, also there's a lot of players in the field, and like there's so many things that you can't control, whereas in baseball you can control. Like, what if a guy goes all tin cup and hits 12 shots into the water? What are you going to do? I mean, there's something you can't control.
Yeah, no, it's the nature of the game, and it's why I'm okay with baseball, actually, with where it is. Maybe a short no season, maybe. But, like, I mean, I sat there last Sunday with my kid at the Dodger game, 2 years old, and the boy sat through the whole thing just like, and took the whole thing in, because he knows already that's the nature of the game. If we're watching something else, if it's basketball, it's moving. It's moving. It's just, and if you don't like the game, that's cool.